Even the biggest pop stars have albums that, for one reason or another, don't get the recognition they deserve. In this video, we'll look at the most underrated album from 8 of the biggest artists. Justin Bieber. I think Justin's most underrated album is his compilation release, Journals. Released in 2013, it departed from the teen pop sound of his early career. Before the release of the album, he released one song every Monday for 10 weeks. The album showcased a more mature and experimental side of Justin and was heavily influenced by hip-hop and R&B. It showed his artistic growth with songs like Hold Tight, All That Matters, and Confident. The album keeps a great vibe throughout. Ariana Grande. Often overshadowed by the massive success of her later albums, I think My Everything is Ariana's most underrated album. It's a pop gem filled with catchy melodies and powerful vocals. This album features tracks like Break Free, Problem, and Love Me Harder with The Weeknd, which were the hits from the album. But it also has hidden gems like Why Try. The album showcased Ariana's growth as an artist and her ability to blend pop with hints of R&B and electronic influences. The Weeknd. Released after the success of his breakout trilogy of mixtapes, I think The Weeknd's most underrated album is his debut, Kissland. It offers a darker and more atmospheric sound compared to The Weeknd's later work, and a more polished sound than his previous mixtapes. It explores themes of isolation, heartbreak, and his struggle with becoming a celebrity, making it a captivating listen for fans. Songs like Wanderlust were indicators of the 80s sound he would go for later in his career. My favorite songs from the album are Adaptation and the cinematic title track. Drake. Drake has an extensive discography, and the album I think didn't get the recognition it deserved is Dark Lane Demo Tapes. Released in 2020, it is an eclectic mixtape that often stands in the shadow of Drake's studio albums. It is a collection of tracks that didn't make it to his official albums, but it's full of hidden gems. Tussie Slide has grown on me. Chicago Freestyle is a great song, and I just start singing Time Flies from time to time. It is his only project to not hit #1 on the Billboard 200 since 2010, peaking at #2. It's a solid project, but I never hear nobody talk about it. If you haven't heard it, give it a chance. Beyonce. Beyonce's most underrated album is 4. While most of Beyonce's albums are critically acclaimed, 4 often takes a back seat in her discography. This record features iconic hits like Love on Top and I Care, showcasing Beyonce's powerful vocals, which ventured into a more soulful and mature sound. Listening to Dance For You will always have me floating. It has a balanced mix of iconic ballads and uplifting anthems. It may not have received the same commercial success as some of Beyonce's other albums, but it has undoubtedly left a lasting impact on her legacy. Eminem. Released in 1999, the Slim Shady LP is Eminem's most underrated album. It was his major label debut. He was still hungry while making this album, and you can hear it. From telling his story of being bullied on Brain Damage, to controversial storytelling songs like Guilty Conscience and 97 Bonnie and Clyde, which introduced us to his alter ego Slim Shady. It is a great precursor to my favorite Eminem album, the Marshall Mathers LP. Rihanna. For Rihanna, I think her most underrated album is A Girl Like Me. Released in 2006, before Rihanna became a global pop icon, it showcased her early Caribbean and dancehall influences. This album features hits like SOS and Unfaithful, laying the foundation for Rihanna's future success and her ability to blend various musical styles. It's not just a collection of radio-friendly hits, as it explores themes of love and heartbreak. It is one of her deeper albums. Taylor Swift. At this point, it's hard to say that if any Taylor Swift album is underrated, but for me, it's Evermore. Released at the end of 2020, following Folklore, it's a storytelling album, showcasing Taylor's songwriting talent. The lyrics are amazing, weaving tales of love, heartbreak, and introspection. My favorite songs from the album are Willow, Champagne Problems, and Tolerated. The sonic aesthetics of Evermore are like lying in an open field, while the sun shines on you. What do you think of my picks? Tell me your opinions in the comments below.